Good morning. Good morning. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on contract number two. I made it to my destination. I pretty much traveled all day yesterday. So when they said Monday would be a travel day, they did not lie. I had two flights. The first one was 2 hours. Then I had an hour and 45-minute layover. And then the second flight was 5.5 hours long. So yeah, yesterday was definitely a travel day. But I made it through. Um, got plenty of rest. So now I'm up. I have to head downstairs to meet the shuttle at 6 a.m. to head to orientation. So I'm excited, even though I don't know exactly where I'm going to be working, what specialty or anything. They kind of give you the information as you go. So, like before, obviously, because it's a strike, the information is sensitive, so I can't share with you where I am until after I leave. Um, but I'm glad that we are actually going to be able to work this time around. And I just wanted to encourage anybody who needed to hear this that God is good and He will answer your prayers. Because for me right now, I'm living in answered prayers. Like I wanted to do this travel thing for a while. And now it is finally coming to fruition. And it is coming with an abundance of things, not just finances, but um, education, just a lot of knowledge, experiences, meeting new people. This is just like the best opportunity ever, and I'm just so ecstatic to finally be living in it. I have great news. I got another offer to do a longer term travel position. So I'll make another separate video about that. I'm very excited about that. God is just good. That's all I can say. He's just good. He's on time, and there's nothing he won't do. There's nothing he can't do. I ain't trying to preach to nobody, but I just, he's good. He's on time. So I'll give you guys an update later, as best as I can, because I don't know how intense this orientation is going to be. So I don't know if I'll be able to actually record in the orientation, or I might have to wait until I go on break. But I'll talk to you guys later. So today went, I guess, as well as it could go. The place was very unorganized, so it took way longer than expected. Um, so that's kind of my only complaint. We left the hotel at 6 a.m. We got to the training or orientation center about 6:30 because it was kind of like not too far. And we went through different phases because we had to get checked in, we had to get badges, we had to make sure that all of our credentialing was done. And if it wasn't done, you would have had to sit down and do it. But all my credentialing was done. I actually had did all my trainings for this strike while I was at the hotel on the other strike. So all my credentialing was done. But there was some specific quick like orientation stuff we had to do for this particular facility or company that we're working for. But all in all, we were done with orientation. We got back to the hotel at about 1:30. But obviously, they're paying us for a 12-hour day. So no complaints. So outside of the disorganization and then the fact that we didn't eat anything, I didn't grab a snack from Starbucks until about 11:45. Um, but outside of that, no complaints. I mean, they were paying us to be there, so what can you do? Um, so when we got back to the hotel, a couple of other ladies and myself got changed, and then we walked down the strip to find food. We went to this restaurant called Kinfolks. I think that's the name of it. It's like a soul food restaurant. They have locations in different states, but it was pretty good. Um, so yeah, so now I'm back in my hotel, showered up in the bed. I have more trainings, not trainings, well, some training, but documents and stuff that I have to fill out and upload for my next contract. That is longer. It's a 6 month contract that I'll be going on next in a couple of weeks. So I'm pretty much using this downtime to get all of that paperwork and trainings and so forth done so that my profile is complete. So here's a quick tour of my room. I was just about to get ready to start packing, and I realized I never even gave you guys a tour of my room. So when you walk in, toilet here, shower on the opposite side, and then got your sink. And it has two beds, so there's one bed, and this is the bed I've been sleeping in. It doesn't have a closet, but it has like these weird hangers on the wall. TV, and then the view is everything. I'm on the 29th floor. Yeah, this was my favorite part. Hello, hello. Finally got a chance to stop and be still for a second to give you guys an update. I've been so busy because I had to do 3 12s, and today was the last day, so I finally have a minute to give you guys an update. So, flew in on Monday, went to orientation on Tuesday. They documented it as supposed to be a 12-hour day, but it wasn't 12. We were there like 4 hours, but we're still going to get paid for a 12-hour shift. And then we worked 2 full 12s yesterday and today. Went to a pretty cool, pretty sweet clinic. It was a multi-specialty clinic. So I was on the side with cardiology, endocrinology, podiatry, rheumatology, geriatrics, and I think I'm missing something. But on the other side, some of the other girls, they kind of split us up. Some of them were in primary, one was in pediatrics. So it was a pretty chill office. And because of the strike, which we didn't know, we thought the office was just being nice, but they provided lunch on both days. So we didn't even have to spend money for lunch on either one of our work days. And the staff was very nice, really showed appreciation for us being there, which I can appreciate because some of the other spots where people were at, people were literally out there protesting. Like it was a real deal protest situation going on some of the sites. So I just thank God that I didn't have to experience that. It was even on the news. So striking here is like a common thing. But apparently they came to agreements with the union, so those people will be returning to work tomorrow, thank goodness. So there's no question of extending because they have resolved their issue. So our job here is done. Um, so that's pretty much the update. Um, I'll let you guys know where I'm at tomorrow when I'm gone. Um, but it's been an experience. Like I really enjoyed it. The worst part of the day was today. When we got off work, there was nobody there to pick us up. There was a shuttle bus on the way to get us, but apparently there was some big accident on the highway, and the traffic here is already trash in the afternoon. So there was like traffic was at a complete stop. So instead of torturing us and making us wait for that shuttle, we called them and they ended up sending 2 Ubers because it was 8 of us at that office. So they ended up sending 2 Ubers. So 5 of us went in one and 3 of us went in the other one. And I ain't gonna even lie, I was knocked out in the Uber. Like I was tired. And it was about a hour and 45 minute ride from the site to our hotel. And we're right across the street from a stadium. So traffic even around the hotel was bad because there was a lot of traffic with people going into the game. But outside of that, everything was good. I was thankful that I ended up grabbing something to eat over by the office while we were waiting for the Uber. I went to In-N-Out Burger. So once I got back to the hotel, that was it. I didn't have to worry about eating. Some of the other girls went somewhere around here, around the corner to eat. But I'm like, I'm about to shower and go to bed and be ready to get up in the morning and hit the airport. But all in all, that was probably, I would say that was the only downside to my trip. But again, I was getting paid the whole time. The clock didn't stop until I got out of that Uber and made it to the hotel. So I ain't mad at it. And the good thing about this strike is, and I think it's just California, they have to pay you daily. So, like Tuesday when we worked, we had a direct deposit Wednesday morning. Wednesday when we worked, we got a direct deposit Thursday morning, which was this morning. So whatever we worked today, we'll get a direct deposit tomorrow morning. So those direct deposits just consist of the hours we worked plus our meal stipend. Everything else, which is our shuttle time, our module time, which is like the time we spent doing all those training classes. If y'all remember, I did mine when I was sitting in the hotel at my other contract. But we documented those hours we spent for that. We're going to get paid, the time we're in the shuttle, commuting from the hotel to our job. We're going to get paid for that. It's some other stuff that, they got to reimburse me for my checked bag both ways. So all of those other miscellaneous things, I will get paid for direct deposit next week, Friday. And then tomorrow, I'll be getting paid my whole payment for that Michigan strike. And keep in mind, on that Michigan strike, it got canceled. So we didn't even end up having to do any work. We flew in, and that morning we were supposed to do orientation. They called and canceled us because they came to an agreement with their union. But because we were available and ready, they still have to pay out the contract. So that was essentially free money. So that's the moral of the story right now. Travel contracts, sign me up all day, every day. But I will give you guys an update tomorrow as I travel about. It's going to be a long day because I'm not going to get home till like 11 o'clock tomorrow night. So I'm going to be between the airport and the airplane all day tomorrow. I have 2 flights. I got a layover. But I ain't complaining. I'm grateful, thankful, and it's all paid for. So I'm at. Good night.